Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy JP Productions, and I'm back with another shooting form breakdown. But this time, it's not an NBA player, it's not a high school player, it's not a subscriber, it's the one and only JP Productions. I've already did one of myself already, but this is just an updated version of my shot, and the video quality will be way better than my first one. If you watched the first one, you know that one was trash. Without further ado, let's get to my form. I'll go ahead and start from the base and up. When it comes to my base, I like to have my feet tilted around 11 o'clock with my toes in the ground while my heels are up. I like to start and finish on the balls of my feet because it's the correct way to shoot, and that's how you have balance for your jumper. I shoot by using both techniques, by shooting up and down and using the sweep and sway. Usually the further I am from the basket, the more sweep I'll use for my shot to gain that extra range. Because from the high school line, I could shoot straight up and down. College range, up and down. But when it comes to like NBA range and beyond, that's whenever I start to really take advantage of the sweep and sway. I have an obvious one motion shot, meaning I shoot the ball in one motion with no pauses or hitches attached. For anyone that's new or didn't know, I was just like y'all. I started from the bottom and I had to build my form. I didn't start off with the crispiest form. I remember I went from a one motion shot to a two motion shot, and then once I found out that I had a hitch in my shot, I was like, nah man, I gotta get rid of it. So I had to continue to keep on working on my shot so I could continue to perfect it and improve it. Is it perfect now? No. Big facts, it's not perfect. But I'm working on it, and that's the thing. You keep on working on it every single day, you will get to where you want to be at. And that's with anything in life. Let's move on to my shot line. I try to keep my shot line on the strong side of my body so I won't have an inaccurate shot, and at worst, a chicken wing. At times, based on the shooting situation, the ball may seem to go through the middle of my body, but before it gets released, it always ends up on my strong side, and I release it through my right eye. Next, we'll get on to my hand placement. In other words, where my sweet spot is when it comes to me placing my hands on the ball. Because I'm a split finger release shooter, I like to place my hands on the middle of the ball. So if I were to draw a line down in the middle of the basketball, that line will split right in between my two fingers, my index and my middle. It's best to place whatever finger you shoot with in the middle of the basketball so you could get great backspin on your shot after your release. Lastly, when it comes to my mechanics, my offhand. I use the offhand touch when it comes to my offhand. Now the offhand touch isn't a thumb flick. The offhand touch is something I picked up in high school from a former hooper that I used to hoop with. The offhand touch is when a shooter brings his offhand to his shooting hand, his forearm. The benefits for this offhand touch is making sure that you're not doing anything funny with your offhand. A lot of times, especially many younger hoopers, when it comes to shooting the basketball, they tend to do weird stuff with their offhand. By using the offhand touch, it gives you the accountability to make sure you don't make any weird gang signs with your offhand when shooting the rock. Now that I've spoken about my mechanics, I'll now move on to the other details. The eyes. After shooting the basketball, many hoopers tend to just stare at the rim until the ball goes to the net, which is fine. But me, I personally like to watch the flight of the ball. Watching the flight of the basketball means that after releasing the ball, the shooter stares at the ball to see where it's going. By doing this, the shooter can identify where their shot is going if they miss. And if they've put in tons of work and are confident, they will feel the satisfaction of seeing the ball go through the net for a swish. What about y'all? For all of you who watch the flight of the ball, y'all ever release the ball and after you release it, you're like, oh yeah man, that's cash. It's something only good shooters could feel after shooting their shot hundreds and hundreds of times. Last but not least, I have two types of jump shots. My first jump shot is for my regular shots, such as my spot up shots, off the dribble shots, usually for threes. Then I have my second jumper that's curated around my mid-range pull-ups and fadeaways. If you're a one-motion shooter, you know the struggles of trying to shoot a pull-up jumper or shooting the fadeaway with the one-motion shot. It's very difficult and impossible to shoot a controlled shot, which is why many players develop that second jumper for their mid-range game. That's going to wrap up JP Productions Breakdown Part 2. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, and turn on my post notifications so you won't miss when I post a banger. Also be sure to give your boy a follow on Instagram and Twitter. I surely appreciate it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. More bangers are in the works. It's your boy JP. Till next time.